Content warning. This series contains all manner of edgelord content. It's all meant to be humorous comedy and none of it is a slight against others, but nevertheless, this is your warning that the Remembering Wesley episodes contain strong language, sex jokes, racial slurs, weight jokes, gender jokes, religious jokes, and on and on. Mature audience only, viewer discretion advised, blah blah, you know the deal.
Hello again, I'm Dr. James Bobson, and in this chapter we're going to be talking about the sexual aspect of adolescence. I'd better warn you, there's going to be no subject off the table today. You see, when you start going through adolescence, you may start looking at the opposite sex a little differently. As boys begin to turn into men, they may start to notice a girl's hair, her breasts, even her feminine feet can have an effect on the boys. And let's not forget the most important part, the honkin' badonkadonk.
Going deeper.
Going deeper.
With Wesley Sullivan.
Wesley. Oh, Wesley. Oh, Wesley.
Going deeper with Wesley Sullivan.
All right, Wesley, next question.
Okay, well, I have a few more, not just the three, but, all right, here's the thing. You know, everyone talks about send bobs and vagine, but you also see, here, follow with me. You always see, like, these women in the group are posting pictures of themselves, and everyone's commenting on their ass. And I just don't get the obsession. What is so great about the ass? There are far more attractive parts on a woman.
I beg to differ.
Yeah, I mean, there's some beautiful asses out there.
But what's appealing about it? What?
Okay.
There's no reason biologically why.
Yeah, well, there is. Biologically, there is. That's an easy one.
You do know that there's more than one sexual position, right, Wesley?
Well, no, but from like a biological, like if you want to talk about how we're hardwired as animals, like a large hip area, which generally will extend to the ass, is generally like indicative of being able to bear children. So there is
Blah
like,
blah 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 blah. Evolution.
There's
I'm
a
just
genetic thing in us.
Just tell us what your kinks are.
That's the age. That's like everybody goes to that. Well, men are attracted to this because
How
women
would it be
are...
if my kink was feet? It's not, but I've only got one of them.
I get that maybe evolution plays a part of like in biology and stuff and having preserving your line as far as what guys are attracted to. It's just funny to me because I've never looked at a woman and thought, damn, I'll bet she could have babies.
Not that you know of. I'm saying, like, he said there's no biological reason why, and I'm saying, well, that's not true at all. There is one. It's just probably not the one that most of us are thinking about when we're looking at an ass.
God, you're such a Jordan Peterson sometimes.
Well, thank you for clarifying that, Mark. I hadn't thought of, the hips. Having birthing hips makes sense, but everyone always talks about her, a woman's ass. So thank you for clarifying that.
It's not one of my things. When we actually had a poll in the group not too long ago, was like boobs versus asses, and I actually voted boobs.
Yeah, because that's the correct answer.
I must be hardwired to want a woman that can nurse well.
Yeah, you probably are.
Before the days of internet, boys' first discoveries of women were usually by finding smutty magazines in the forest. But today, with the internet, a boy's first time is often by stumbling upon pornography. If you do come across pornography, run. Remember the diagram I showed you earlier. It starts with pornography. First you see some soft core, then that leads to hardcore, and then once you go over the wall, you end up in the pit of perversions. Anything can happen in there. You could become a PDF file, as the kids say today, or you could become a serial killer like Ted Bundy. You just never know. But even boys who do everything they can to avoid pornography can still get exposed to damn titties.
Yahoo chat rooms or some shit, and you could pick your own avatar. And I think I was like the drummer from Slipknot, and then you'd like meet some girl and like who would have a girl like emoji, and you guys would just like put your shit next to each other and just like talk or whatever and chat and shit. It made me wonder, like, I'm sure now it's probably some 40-year-old fucking dude or something. You know, I'm like, oh,
ASL.
How old are you, Cowart?
32.
Okay, so we're all, I mean, aside from Wes, we're all pretty much in the same era.
We're the Nintendo Genesis era.
Yeah, I never really used AIM, AOL's chat messenger very often, though.
They're so old.
Did you?
Yeah,
What
AOL.
was Wesley? What was your first experience with internet? What kind of stuff did you do, and how old were you?
Let's see. We didn't use the computer much at my house, and no video games. It would have been an email account, probably when I was like 8. And my dad still had his IBM from like 1995. I was recently cleaning out his office, and it's still in there. This massive IBM monitor and tower. It's so old. So it must have been that. But I didn't use that email very often. I would email like my cousins because it was, new to us, and so it was just kind of a novelty. But then stuff with school, like going to the computer lab at school in elementary school, doing online lessons with that. That would have been it.
I've already gone down the trail of talking about history and what was sex like back then. I have to know, Wesley, what were your first discoveries?
Oh my hell! All right.
MormonBlondesOnly.com.
I'll
Anybody that went to public school had at least one teacher that slipped up and put on the big freaking projector screen, whitehouse.com, and then immediately had to just unplug the computer.
I was homeschooled, and even I remember that.
Like throw coffee on it. Hurry up, close it. Oh man, I still remember in junior high we went to fucking farts.com, me and this other kid. And I remember the principal, he could tell that we went to farts.com. He was like, all right, you guys, the lab monitor or whatever could see it on his computer. And so they're like, all right, you guys go talk to the principal. We're sitting there in the principal's office waiting for him to get back. And the dude next to me just busted out crying like he was going to prison or something. Oh my God, it's just farts. I was waiting for the principal to laugh and be like, all right, you guys. And he did. He just gave us 2 hours of detention. But that kid, man, I thought he was being sent to Vietnam or something. Jesus, bro, calm down. Let's go splash some water on your face, bro. You'll be all right.
So what you got, Wes? What was your first?
The first time I saw a naked woman was starting 9th grade for my school's basketball team, and they were definitely not guys I would hang out with very often.
Were you on the basketball team?
No, I was an academic tutor for them. I would help them keep their grades up.
Sorry for laughing.
No, it's funny.
He would learn them.
But as part of it, I really like watching basketball, even though I'm god awful at it. So I would go with them to all of their games, and once we were coming back from a game that was in Salt Lake City, and they were passing around a phone in the bus, and it was dark, but you could see like the screen moving around, and they were showing each other smutty shit, and that's when I first saw it.
How old were you?
Like 15.
And did the phone get passed to you, or did you see it in passing?
In passing. And they laughed when I like reacted, like, my eyes went like silver dog, holy shit. And yeah, they weren't always.
Do every girl have one of these?
So 15 years old, did you even think about it before that, or was it even on your mind at all?
No, I mean, I certainly thought about girls before then, but conservative family, thinking about pursuing something, online is certainly not something I would do. I know that's pretty old, but yeah, kind of a late bloomer, maybe.
Did you have to learn sexual education from school, or was it from family or friends?
No, I participated in the sex ed classes for my health class. There were like 2 or 3 days when we had a section on sex ed, and then when my dad got the paperwork, to sign off on it, he said, "Okay, well, we're gonna have a little talk too." And so he got some of his medical textbooks out, because my dad was a doctor.
Wow. And
like he showed me it was awful diagrams of male and female genitalia, and then he explained
he
it to
didn't
me.
Just take you out to the pasture and let you see the cows do it or whatever? And be like, well, that's how it works.
You see how they flip over backwards like the dogs?
Well, I certainly, was familiar with the animal of how it happened, but I was rather naive about
the Wesley way.
Yeah, naive about the human means of reproduction. I thought that the vagina was at the top, above a woman's butt, like on the very low part of her back. For some reason, I thought the baby
that would be better. It would be better.
And then, out behind her. That's what I thought. I don't know why.
That's not too far off from what I thought, really.
Yeah.
I could just picture your dad was like, "Well, son, it's basically the same as cows, except people enjoy it."
A lot less mooing.
But just as much just as much protest from the females.
Complaining.
Now I know what you might be thinking. I could become a serial killer like Ted Bundy? Well, that doesn't sound so bad. Well, sure, fair point. But what if I told you, in the pit of perversions, you could also become a woman?
Did you guys know that the girl I went to my junior prom with is now a dude?
What? I knew that. You didn't know that?
Actually, they've been a dude the entire time.
I'm respectful to Connor. It's just a complex and new thing to me. But he was my date years ago. And yes. I've been sorting out my dad's house, and I found some old pictures, and one of them was us. And it's pretty wild to see the
Did Admiral Akbar start going off in your head?
It's a trap.
It's a trap. All right. So Wesley, seeing as how a trans person is the gender that they identify with for their entire life, regardless if when they discover it? How does it feel to know that you dated a man?
Shit!
Save this for when we're actually in the podcast. God damn it!
I'm sure Brian's recording.
He's
No.
still my friend.
Oh, that's
You know,
awesome.
Wesley, you're gay.
Oh, that's
Here's the thing. We were in debate together. We were debate partners, so it wasn't like a proper.
You used to debate together?
shit.
Oh my lord!
Yeah.
This was a bad decision.
Oh my goodness.
Bottom
The fucking...
line, do you want to see the trans guy or not?
No,
Yes.
I really don't care. And don't even say trans guy. They're just a guy. Like,
Okay, I'm not trying to Mike Pence him. I'm just talking about it.
Good. Let the hate flow through you.
Oh man. So Christopher says he says finally made it to Starbucks. The hell was that?
what? I'm on the bus. That's what was that?
Oh, that's right. So finally made it.
That's what buses in New York sound like.
Pretty soon we're gonna hear.
I wonder how many other people on the bus are recording podcasts at the same time.
I don't know.
He's like, oh,
Four.
oh yeah, gunshots just going through Central Park. No worries.
First of all, why would I be
know
there?
you're nowhere near Central Park.
Why would
I'm
I
in
even-
New York.
I
You
live
don't know
out the
anything about it.
suburbs, bitch. The suburbs. Next to $1 million houses.
That's
Bitch.
right.
That sounded just like him too.
I know, right?
No, he'll never get on my level.
Oh, fuck.
So Wes, were you gonna post one of those pictures or what?
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a picture right now of it.
I swear, if they decided to do any physical changes and you decide to post a picture before their transition, then that's really fucked up.
I mean, I can show you a picture after transition.
Okay, that would be more appropriate because usually, like, you know, people that are born with vaginas that identify as a male would rather not even look at a picture before transition. Or
Well, yeah, but they're not going to be here.
Yeah, they're not gonna be in our Discord chat to be able to see the picture.
I
fine,
mean, like,
whatever. I
I
just
don't
want to
know.
be all
That just
PC on you
seems,
guys.
that seems like we're going a little bit
We have
far
to know.
here, like,
It's science.
Like, I remember, like, there's one local DJ, he around here. She got picked up.
spit that hot fire, bro.
You know, because those assholes want to double park at the bus stop.
I can't wait to hear someone go, "I'm walking here."
I mean, they kind of just look like a feminine man. I don't know. I guess whatever.
So we've got a picture of Wesley in a black suit coat with a red vest and a red tie, and then she has a red dress and a black tie around it, whatever you call that thing, sash.
Ribbon? I don't know.
And then the other picture is where Wesley's date is definitely looking
Okay,
like a dude.
friend, we did not date. It was one dance, and my girlfriend was out of town, and so I took my friend.
Oh.
We went to first base over the sash, and that's it.
And she was a lesbian he was a lesbian at the time.
I mean,
It's
I guess.
That's
I
not
didn't even
funny.
know that. I didn't even know that you could have these in Utah.
Okay, so since me and Chris are like the total like exact opposite type of gay, y'all should ask questions that we're both gonna have polar opposite answers for.
Oh, I intend to.
Because you know he's a bottom.
Actually,
I'm
that
a top.
that was one of my questions. Is like different styles of gay, and I wanted you to explain that. Also, this episode is not going to start out with something I've never done before because I'm definitely getting that Wesley story in there.
Yeah.
Okay, and also you see there his dress, the dress the person is wearing. You see it? When my mother saw it, she flipped her shit.
No straps.
Yeah, I mean that's like, it's not kosher, man. That's...
Ian Sullivan, we're going to talk about this when you get back.
You weren't touching those shoulders, were you, Wesley?
I feel like Chris. I feel like Chris is totally not going to appreciate the focus of this podcast, because seeing as how that's only one small part of everybody's identity, he probably hates the fact that people like make sexuality like the main part of their identity.
I think he's going to revel in it because he seems to fucking revel in the group. Heart reacting to pretty much every post by a white dude. Are you fucking kidding me, Michael? Yeah, he's gonna enjoy this.
Well,
I told him
well
that was
of
a gay
course,
episode.
because me and Chris been colonized so many times, and we want to remain colonized.
Oh my god!
I love that gay people of color have reappropriated the word colonized to mean being fucked by a white man.
Why can't we go back to the fun colonialism?
This sounds more fun, to be honest, because it was actually our choice instead of rape.
This may all seem strange to you. You might be saying, I'm just a kid. I don't have an insatiable lust to motorboat a woman's dairy pillows. That's what dirty old men do, like my dad. Well, I'm here to let you know, every generation has the things they're attracted to. It's coming, kiddo. You don't have to find it. It will find you.
I've never been to Hooters before.
I've also
I
never
haven't
been to
either.
Hooters.
Neither have I.
Okay, we are all technically millennials. Why have you guys never been to Hooters? I've never been there because it's for dirty old men, and I don't have one in my area.
Same.
You don't have a dirty old man in your area?
Take me to Hooters.
Brian, if you don't have a dirty old man in your area, that means you're the dirty old man.
Ouch.
That doesn't seem logical.
Well, not everything has to be logical, Mr. fucking I'm so smart.
I mean, Brian is somewhat dirty-minded, but, I mean, how old are you? Like, 30-something?
76.
32.
Oh.
Oh, I'm older than you, Brian?
Yep.
Oh, man. See what a little hair on the top of your head does? Keeps you looking young.
Holy shit.
Technically, I'm not a millennial. I'm technically Gen Z or whatever is the next thing.
It depends on whose definition you're going by.
I think I use the Pew Research Center says after anyone after 97 or something like that is considered Gen Z.
Okay,
I can get behind that.
So Alex posted an article in the chat that says, hold on, I gotta get the Hooters is shutting down locations, re-strategizing.
How was that so hard for you?
One beer. I've had one beer. Re-strategizing after recent study says millennials.
Did that article have a
in.
picture and you're just ogling the Hooters girl on the picture?
Can I at least finish the headline?
No.
Probably not.
It's a long headline. Hooters is shutting down locations, re-strategizing after recent study says millennials aren't that into boobs. Now, I actually remember this being posted in the group before, and it says August 17th, 2017, so this is kind of an old article, but we don't have time on the Lost Context podcast, so we do what we want.
Here's the weird thing about Twitter, is that Twitter constantly brings up old shit and posts it like it's new shit, so I thought this was a new article. But
It's kind of the internet in general. Things happen to go in cycles.
Yeah, it's weird. I also...
Can I address my concern with this?
Yes.
Okay, well, the article says Pornhub visitors between the ages of 18 to 24 are 19% less likely to search for breasts when compared to all other age groups. But visitors aged 55 to 64 are 17% more likely to search. Now, this is not something that particularly concerns me, individually. But I mean, if you're out there looking for something, why would you be looking for ass? That is my concern. And you're going to clip that out. For sure.
Well, aren't we all just going around looking for ass? I mean, like...
I don't know. I kind of wanted to clip out the part where you asked if black people have big teeth.
Well, I need to know.
Do black people usually have big teeth?
I mean, I guess it's the most not racist thing to not already have an opinion formulated on that.
Once I know the facts, then we can get into the racist territory.
The racist territory that we now know as Utah.
Yes.
It became a state in like 1800 or something like that.
Oh,
Chris, why haven't you ever been to Hooters?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Never wanted to go. I mean, there's.
You've never wanted to go?
Well, here's the thing. Like, you can get at least just as good food at an actual strip club, where you're not just seeing the rejects from the strip clubs, and then look at every 80s cop movie. You got to have at least one scene where they're eating chicken wings in a strip club while they're doing their, cop business or whatever. Then there's also just better of those kind of just kitschy sort of restaurants or whatever. TGA Fridays is way better. I assume. Obviously, I haven't been to Hooters, but you don't see Facebook just jammed with people like, oh, I just ate at Hooters today. It was so fucking good.
I think it's been replaced by a lot of stuff like Buffalo Wild Wings and like all those places that have kind of like taken over the chicken wing market. And so Hooters is just like, yeah, well, our food might be shit, but we still have boobs. And it seems that the interest in boobs among paying customers that are relevant to the demographic has gone down.
So here's my take on it. Let me pull up a Hooters waitress real quick.
Oh my! No shame whatsoever from Brian. He's just going right for it.
He did plenty of research on this topic before starting the show.
Brian, are you just Google imaging Hooters waitress?
I super did.
Oh my god. I'm gonna do it too, but only for research purposes.
Here's the thing I'm thinking, is that every time I've ever seen a Hooters waitress, I don't know, it doesn't really do it for me. And it's not because I don't like boobs, it's just that it's kind of just a lame outfit. I don't know. They're just a tank top that is kind of tight, and then they've got these booty shorts. And it almost looks... It reminds me a little bit of like some sort of track uniform in a way.
Also, my idea is, what if there's another business that opens up, or Hooters could start another restaurant, or the people behind Hooters could start another restaurant where instead of boobs, it's asses, because it seems that the millennials are now into asses instead of boobs. So now...
And that's why I'm worried about this generation. That reason exactly.
Wesley, what's your problem with ass?
It's just
you seem to have some
ass.
you seem to have something stuck up your ass about asses, all right?
There's nothing appealing about an ass. Legs, breasts, that's where it's at.
Can you put into words? Can you explain what about legs and breasts are attractive?
Bro, you could say the same thing about boobs that you're saying about ass, because boobs
that's what I'm wondering. Like,
boobs are just like sacks of fat. Same with ass. Like
what is it about breasts that makes them attractive, but not the ass?
I don't know. I mean, they're much closer to the face. If you're in contact with the woman, that's more in the general vicinity of where you're looking rather than down at her ass, which is behind her.
That does not explain legs.
Okay, but
the legs go all the way up.
Oh my god.
And then the legs become attractive when you put them closer to the face.
I'd like to state on the record that my last 2 Google searches were, do black people have big teeth? And also a Google image search for Hooters waitress, because Brian was.
So the real question here now that we've made the mental connection between the two, do Hooters waitresses have big teeth? I'm 95% sure that they do.
You know what, Chris? That sounds like a Google search.
That one I will Google.
Okay, I'm telling you right now. I'm looking at a picture of 3 Hooters waitresses, and the one with the biggest teeth is the black one.
God damn it, Brian.
How dark is she?
No, that's even worse.
Medium well.
And can you medium well? Can you see her palms?
I'll give you one thing though. I think 2 big teeth is more attractive than teeth that are too small.
Oh, I thought you meant 2 big teeth, like the front ones or something.
Oh yeah. Oh man,
Like a
you know.
beaver.
Oh dude, Judy Hopps and Zootopia. God damn it, dude.
We're entering furry territory now, and I'm very uncomfortable. I think, though, Riley's assessment of medium to large teeth are better than small teeth, because, like, small teeth at a certain point just makes you look like a fucking baby. Cause it
Like
just,
fucking Gollum or something like that.
Yeah.
Alex, do you feel like you identify well with your generation?
Hold on a second. Would Gollum want to go to Hooters? I totally think he would. Take me to the Hooters, sis.
I'm trying to understand how those two fit together. What the hell?
He would ask for his fish rare.
You guys think Bernie Sanders would want to go to Hooters?
What would that sound like, Alex?
The top 1% of the 1% of the Hooters waitresses, I'm telling you, they got big knockers.
We need to redistribute those knockers to my face.
I'm telling you. See, okay, here's the thing about the Bernie impression, is that the Bernie impression and the Obama impression I do, which is worse than the Bernie one I do, they go together sometimes, and so sometimes it just sounds like a mishmash of the two.
Yeah, but have you heard my Kermit impression? That beats all
Oh,
of
that
them.
was so bad.
Please do your Kermit impression, Wesley. I'd love to hear it.
Good lord.
Oh, just give me a second. Kermit the Frog here.
It sounds more like Ludo from the Labyrinth.
It sounds
I haven't
it
seen
sounds
that
like the fucking
Smell
what is it?
bad.
So my mother just walked into my room. I didn't hear her coming because I had my headphones in and the dogs didn't bark this time. I am so glad that I had pictures of Judy Hopps up on my screen instead of Hooters.
So as a young man, how do you know what your thing is? How do you know what you're attracted to? Well, it all starts with a tingling sensation in your no-no zone. If you're like me, you may even feel your pee-pee grow up to a full 3 inches, and that's how you know. But what do you do with it? Well, if you want to go to heaven, you pray. You pray real hard that it will all go away and that you don't give in to your lusts. For example, if you see a girl's bra strap peeking out from the top of her shirt, you'd better look away right quick. Because the next thing you know, you'll be tempted to do what's called masturbation, or as some like to say, tugging the old pud.
So, next topic, I guess.
I got a topic for you guys. If you were stranded on an island and you could only bring one movie to the island to watch for the rest of your life, what would it be?
That's a tough one.
And no, I definitely did not get that from an
I
episode
think
of The Office.
I would have to go with Tugrats, the remake of Rugrats, but with adult actors and actresses. So that's a good one.
Tugging their pud, right?
Yes, yeah, yep. There we go.
See, Tim gave me a lesson in tugging my pud last night. Well,
Oh
not
my God,
literally.
I did not. What?
Well,
Brian,
not literally.
Brian,
Not-
clip that out. Clip that out. Beginning of the show, please.
God damn it! If you clip that out, I'm quitting.
Oh shit!
I just wanted to come back real quick because I had to laugh. Okay, bye.
All right, so Tim or Brian, clip that out and put that out at the beginning of the show, please.
I'm sure they will.
You didn't have to say that, Alex. You already knew that shit was gonna happen.
I knew. Unfortunately, Wesley said something about sucking toes yesterday, and that we didn't.
I said nothing about sucking toes.
Well, now you said something about sucking toes.
Well, I made a comment about my honeymoon earlier, and I'm hoping nobody was recording it. So I think we hadn't started recording.
If you took Trump and Wesley, and let's say they just tried to body slam each other at the same time, and their bellies just collided, do you think like the world would experience like a just a collision of like two fucking stars colliding in the sky?
Absolutely.
Like meteor style?
Absolutely.
I think it might happen.
If Wesley and Trump kiss, like whose lips would be on top?
Mine for sure.
I feel like Trump. He's very aggressive.
That is
But
true.
I won't be dominated in a kiss by a non-Mormon man. And I'm not going to be kissing a Mormon man, so I have to have this firm rule.
So wait, are you saying that you wouldn't kiss a Mormon man, but men are still on the table?
Only in this weird scenario.
Okay.
Only
Little
Donald Trump.
That was a
That's
little
all.
suspect, I'll be honest.
Can we get Brian? Can you come in and make a ruling as our resident homosexual?
Well, no.
Dude, Brian's way funnier when he only comes in for a couple seconds at a time.
Yeah.
Oh.
So far, this episode has been, I think, completely pun-free.
Almost completely pud-free too, except for Wesley's comment.
That's enough talk about pud.
Oh boy.
Tim had to explain what it was to me last night. Anyway, so that's enough for topics. Now I'd like to. We have a
take
guest.
my pud and wrap it around a pencil like taffy. Ladies and gentlemen, the amazing taffy pud.
Followed by using that same pencil for sounding. You have to make sure you
Wesley.
get the right sharpener first, because you gotta have the long sharpen and rather than the short sharpen one.
Wesley, how are your general impressions on a scale of 1 to 10 of how how one of your first hosting jobs is going so far?
Solid 1.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, because I care about the listeners of this podcast and because I genuinely need for you guys to know the bottom line on the real issues in America, or in the UK, if you will, I am going to bottle some of my own urine, and if you send me a money order for $59.99, I will send you some of that urine in an apple juice bottle.
Oh, wow.
I will also send you a bottle of apple juice, and you get to guess which one is which.
Idea. I just had the best idea. All of us on the podcast will exchange urine. So we send out like
Wesley,
4 bottles of urine to everyone else.
not.
I love how Wesley
Make,
started
like, a
that
ceremony.
with, guys, I have a good idea. And that's like when Wesley was like, guys, I'm not going to say anything too offensive, just, I don't understand why the Asians have those chinky eyes.
Chinky eyes.
Wesley, would that make us piss pals?
It would. Kind of like Blood Brothers, but
Oh, shit.
with pee, no scars.
The There will be scars, Wesley, just only emotional scars, you fuck.
Take it a step more and send each other your turds and free them and shove them up each other's butts. You bunch
Whoa, that's too late for me, buddy.
What if instead of blood brothers, they were pud brothers?
Oh.
Well, Tim did teach me to jug my pud.
I did? What? When did I do that? Was that over Skype, Wesley? Because if you were masturbating when we were Skyping, I am never Skyping with you again.
Yeah, I thought you were doing it too. You didn't see my hand move on the table?
Oh, fuck.
I figured you were digging for something in your desk, you fucker. Oh, he says.
Please stop.
Linda Callan, shut the fuck up. You make me sick, you whore.
Some people told me I sound like a pterodactyl when I'm coming.
Oh, I'll tell you, you sound like a fucking rhino when you're coming.
I'm drinking probably 1.5 gallons of water in a day now for the diet, and I piss a lot, and I could totally send it to you, just saying, or any listeners.
If you subscribe to the
Patreon
$20 tier of $20 tier on Patreon, you will get a jar of Wesley's piss every single month in the mail.
Of the color of your choice.
Now, if you subscribe at the $30 or above level, Wesley will diarrhea into a jar.
Oh, too far.
Into an envelope.
What do you mean too far, Wesley? You were talking about mailing your piss to people. Like diarrhea is that much worse?
Yes, it is.
No.
Not really.
Ladies and gentlemen, announcing CLC's in vitro fertilization. Are you trying to get pregnant? Do you need a baby daddy? Well, email Wesley and he'll send you some sperm.
Bull or human.
You don't get to know which.
He's gonna put them both in 2 different apple juice containers.
You can have some mutant babies.
I just imagine a woman goes for her ultrasound at the doctor, and it's like, "Hey, doctor, is it going to be a boy or a girl?" And the doctor just goes, "No, it's going to be a bull."
It's going to be a minotaur.
That shit would sell if you could have baby minotaurs. People would go for that. That's awesome. So
Can I have a minotaur ranch?
That's borderline slavery.
Is it though?
Halfway.
They're only partially human, Brian.
That's what they.
And Kanye wants to get rid of the 13th Amendment anyway.
What? I was expecting you to say phrasing when he said "come on the show."
Well,
I mean, I do that every week, so what's the big deal?
Well, Wesley, we know Wesley does it during Skype chats.
We don't Skype chat.
No, not you and me. You and Tim.
Yeah, you fucker.
Well, that was a one-time thing.
You're constantly talking. You dude, as many times as you've brought it up now, you make it seem like it's been an endless font of just masturbation.
Tim's like, man, he sure has a lot of things in that drawer.
Right? Like,
it's kind of a Mary Poppins drawer right there.
Just crap loads of balled up tissues. He's just like tossing them out. And I'm like, this isn't that weird. And then now in hindsight, it actually is really weird. That's a lot of semen, Wesley.
You pull open that desk drawer and it's just lined with like tissue boxes. That's all it is.
That was the other browser he had open, is hindsight.com.
He's a closet ass lover.
Wesley is trying to like slowly put his dick away and like zip up his pants without it showing up on the microphone. Like, motherfucker, these guys finally caught me after weeks.
No wonder he's always browsing the web while we're doing our podcast.
Is your wife like my wife? Will bust in and be like, "Hey, how come you're wearing dress socks? How come I'm always washing them?"
That also explains Wes's sudden revelation that Obama's mom was white.
He's just Googling powerful female politicians to get off to. Like,
no!
He's on
He's like, well,
Mosey
that
and Mulattoes.
totally ruins it for me.
All that time he was pretending to be intimidated by power suits or whatever. What do they call them?
Pantsuits.
Pantsuits.
Power suits.
I
I want a
dislike
power suit.
Oh, man.
I just pictured Hillary Clinton landing in the superhero landing from the fucking... The asphalt is crumbling beneath her. She's screeching out her Hillary Clinton war cry. She's got Seth Rich's head in her fucking teeth.
Then two aides run up to help lift her back up on her feet.
I want to hear Mrs. Callan-Ellen explain to us or demonstrate the Hillary war cry. There it is. What do we have to discuss, Wesley?
So
Mulattoes, you were saying?
well, I could discuss mulattoes for like an hour, but I think that should be its own show. So I'm gonna save that material.
Oh my god.
Maybe it should be a Patreon exclusive episode.
Maybe what you should do is you should just take all that material, write it down, and throw it in a box and bury it in the middle of fucking Utah, Wesley. Like,
You've got to have.
Don't ever have to discuss mulattoes on the show.
You've got to have a box somewhere, maybe a tissue box,
empty one, right by the lotion.
What do we got to discuss, Wesley?
Okay, so it's come to my knowledge that Mace, who, is a very vocal Patriots fan, has not always been so. No?
Didn't we just talk about this like 5 minutes ago?
Yeah, dude.
We didn't talk about this 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, we did, dude. Like, I literally just brought it up. And, talk shit because he was a Bills fan and a Patriots fan, and those two are not compatible.
Are we sure that it wasn't Wesley that went and joined, or went to the biggest weed farm earlier?
Wesley, was that you taking the bong hit on the fucking air? Because, what is going on, buddy? This 100% happened. Just, not even 5 minutes ago. This was 4 minutes ago.
Well,
we talked about that, and then we went into making fun of you.
He was distracted by his hindsight.
No, he was jerking off. We fucking caught him. That's how I know. He has no idea what we've discussed on the show thus far.
He's been using that vibrator right on his own self.
You know how big that thing is?
Did it happen first when you were playing video games and it rattled? And you're like...
Wesley, you recently described on actually I think it was last episode, about how you compared yourself to a water buffalo when having sex.
This is true.
And I think now we understand why.
Oh, okay.
So many pieces coming together this episode.
Wouldn't he be more like a camel with so much semen being stored up in him? You know what I mean? Just fucking constantly ejaculating?
You know that camels don't drink semen, right?
What do you mean? They don't store semen in those humps?
They do if you train them early enough.
You goddamn right they do.
You know they spit normal saliva, right?
I thought it was llamas that spit.
They both do.
Oh.
No shit. Is it the mouth that does it?
Pretty
The moose knuckle mouth?
The DSL.
Dick sucking llama.
I
guess that would be DSLL.
Too deep.
And here's a funny thing. What you're attracted to initially could change over the years as you grow older. Not everyone is attracted to a girl's dumpster at first. That could come later. And you could also come later. And in the case of perversions, you may find yourself becoming attracted to things a lot more shocking than a girl's mud flaps.
So, Wes, since you've been married, has the ass grown on you at all?
Well, you know that wife's cooking.
Yeah, well, Wesley's ass has definitely grown. But...
I mean, your appreciation for female ass, has it grown at all, or is it still?
Well, as the great debate has waged on, and Dennis and Alex have produced more pictures of women with absolutely no chest, but a nice,
caboose.
I don't know, Wesley. Could you please tell me?
Yeah.
How
In
deep
detail.
are we really going to get on this?
We're gonna go real deep, Wesley.
Real
This is a
deep.
going deeper segment.
Yeah.
We're gonna go in and we're gonna find out exactly how deep into the ass you are at this point.
And now it's time for a different type of Going Deeper with Wesley Sullivan.
Going deeper
Going deeper.
with Wesley Sullivan.
Wesley. Oh, Wesley. Oh, Wesley.
Going deeper with Wesley Sullivan.
Okay.
We're going
well,
deep into Wesley Sullivan.
Ladies and gentlemen, bring some gloves because we're going up to the elbow.
Up to the shoulder.
As I think dedicated listeners will know, myself and my wife were virgins until our wedding night, and it's been
cried at the end?
A learning
Relax,
experience.
turn around and take my hand.
Relax, turn around and take it in the ass.
Could I sing that during a prostate exam?
I mean, this song is literally about fisting, Brian. You don't need to change the lyrics at all.
I never heard it before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No shit. I heard it before.
Yeah, was that a high pitch off or something?
He just turned into a pterodactyl for a second.
Sorry. Sorry, there was some feedback in my mic.
You found that pitch pretty quick. The fuck?
Tom DeWeese is on the show, everybody.
I don't think you have quite that much gravel.
Tom, he sounds like a fucking man.
All right, let's go deeper.
Oh yeah, exactly. So Wesley,
Yes.
you were saying about the posterior.
It's kind of grown on me. Like.
It's the same joke from 2 minutes ago, but it still works.
You gotta get that looked at, buddy.
It's there are appealing things about a butt on a pretty woman. Yes,
It's peeling too. You definitely need to see a doctor.
You're not supposed to peel it.
I will also confess that some of the pictures that Dennis has posted. Why is it always Dennis? Come on.
Because
What the hell,
Dennis and I
Where are you
have
finding this shit?
had a long discussion about this matter. And my boy Jerry Johnson also made a compelling argument.
What is that? And just what is that? That poop comes out between the boobs? I don't think so.
You know what? Chris Cowart has reverted me back to boobism.
Wait,
Yes.
you
Come
weren't
to my-
a boober for a while? Really?
Well, you were swaying me there for a little bit, but Chris Cowart brought me back to my senses.
My argument that I made.
Brian's a full-on peener.
My argument that I made on the Jew and the Shrew.
Nobody
this
cares. Drew and the
this
Shrew.
past
What's
week
that?
was shit. But anyway, the argument was that with boobs, they will always eventually be susceptible to gravity, and without surgical augmentation, they will eventually be just kind of droopy and not that awesome. Whereas a butt, through exercise and eating right, can always be awesome for many, many more years than boobs will.
I
I rest my
to
case.
believe that. I refuse to believe that.
I don't know.
That is 100% true,
But
dude.
they're
Especially
boobs.
after your wife has about 2, 3, 4, 5 kids. Dude, those motherfuckers are going to look like eggs on nails.
Oh, no,
But
you
they
see
were-
that. Oh.
If she straps up all her life, I don't think that a good bra would let that happen.
Bullshit, bruh. Because no
Bras
women
make
do.
it worse,
They,
I think.
I don't care if they're tennis balls and a pair of pantyhose, dude. I'll still play with them.
So you're saying that 6 children
Chris is like,
will not...
Coward's like, dangle him in my face, and he gets out the step ladder.
Coward just brings a spatula to bed, just starts flipping those eggs.
But honey, do I need
They're
to blow these
role
things
playing,
up?
working at the Krusty Krab.
I'll be her bra. I don't care. I'll make sure.
Well, this has me concerned because
Well, because it's a good ass argument. That's why.
if I have
argument,
It's a badass argument.
if I put 6 children into my wife, that's a lot of years and a lot of work on the old melons.
Oh
huh?
yeah, and they're gonna get nice and swollen with milk, and then they're gonna deflate once that's done. And I'm telling you, Wesley, it's over. It's fucking over, bruh.
What do you have against the boobs? I mean,
Not if
butts
you
are
keep
a
putting
close
kids in
second
them.
for me, but there's no nipples on butt cheeks.
As per every episode of Going Deeper with Wesley Sullivan, it's time for the image search portion of the show.
Nipples on ass.
No, I'm
God.
Wait, what?
Oh
I'm gonna look up
Yeah.
What were you gonna search for?
old Mormon moms.
Oh, yeah. Keep
look up-
talking, boys.
hold on. Mormon grandmas.
God bless
Don't
you.
forget to turn the safe search off.
Oh shit, you're right. Okay. Search. Moderate. What the fuck? Off. Okay. Oh, wow.
I don't even need to see your face to know that reaction was great.
This is way. Oh shit. No.
Did you find a relative on there or something? What's going on?
White Jesus, why?
Really? That bad?
Oh, fuck. Okay, Wesley, turn your safe search off and Google Mormon grandma.
Let me ask my mom for the password.
There's like
Now,
no
Barrett-
buffer either. It's like straight to 100.
Now, bear in mind, I am on DuckDuckGo.com, which is like even less safe than Google.
I went to Bing.
Like you could look up like Avery paper on DuckDuckGo with the safe search off, and it would bring up nothing but porn.
Are you kidding about this, or is this real?
No, I'm serious. You want me to post pictures in Discord?
No.
Might have
Alright,
to.
I will.
I can't figure out how to turn off safe search.
Why, God? Why? Why did I do that? Why?
Wesley, I hope that your wife knows how to look at history, and I hope that she looks. Because nothing would make me happier than her going, Mormon grandma, click. Why?
And then I get kicked out of the bedroom, okay? Sleep on a couch.
It was research.
She would be like, Wesley, what a relief. I thought I was the only one.
Oh my goodness. What the fuck? Fuck you, Brian.
I think we need something wholesome to cleanse this from all of our...
She's really good.
Now turn off the safe search and look at My Little Pony, Wesley. I promise it'll be fine this time.
I'm not gonna... Nope.
She's really got Grandpa by
Why
the
does
handle.
someone have a cartoon penis on it?
Coming all over the old lady. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take a second to describe what we're looking at. So, in the first picture, we have what appears to be maybe a 65-year-old woman, a little bit obese. She's naked, bent over at the waist.
That's a good
And then there is a drawn picture of a penis shooting semen. Actually, it looks like small white snakes from the end of this. And then we move down to a very large gummed woman with very uneven breasts in hosiery and what appears to be Under Armour. Now she's holding her breasticles.
That
in
might
a
be
way.
magic. That might be magic underwear.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my God! What the fuck?
That doesn't look Mormon at all.
Wait, Tim, you don't want to describe this one?
Is that
Okay,
Mace's
I will
parents?
really quick. Yes, so what we have here is we have Jackson Callan-Ellen and Linda Callan-Ellen. And yeah, they're on a squat rack, and Linda Callan-Ellen is bent over the squat rack. Her mams are thoroughly long, and Jackson is behind her, and he's staring down at the work that he's doing, and possibly at whatever creamy liquid is currently surrounding the base of his penis.
And he has a receding hairline and a gray mustache.
Yes, he definitely has that, but he's in pretty good shape.
Grab the man's
I have to
face for
say.
it.
Well,
He's very generic looking, but the mustache is, I must say, very on point and well trimmed.
All the Callan-Ellens work out.
Actually, he bears a striking resemblance to Major Dad.
Yeah, Major Dad.
What is it about taking pictures of vaginas and like trying to show your cervix when you're doing that? Like, I don't need to see your fucking cervix, ladies and gentlemen. Like, who? If you like seeing a woman's cervix in pictures when you're jerking off, like, please write into the show, because we will start a GoFundMe to try and get you some fucking therapy, because that shit's weird.
Wesley wants to see the whole tunnel, because he's the freight train!
Sun comes up, rises high, it's so hot, it's gonna make me cry.
You get where I'm going. I gotta know where it ends.
And now for this last one, we have what appears to be two elderly women who are engaged in intercourse. They're wearing lingerie.
Both look like Major Dad.
Yeah, one of the elderly women has her mouth around the penis of. We can't really see the age of the man who's in this picture because his face is currently being obscured by this elderly woman's thighs because he is in between them. Ladies and gentlemen.
Nor can we see if he's still alive.
Yeah, he definitely looks pretty dead.
But luckily, there's no pictures of any cervixes in this. Cervices? Is it cervici? Cervixin?
Listen, Tim, people don't come to this show for you to kink shame them.
Maybe that's their kink.
Yeah, let them slide into my DMs so I can kink shame them, Riley. Goddamn.
Tell me I'm a perv.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want me to kink shame you, at Ida Grab Your Gun, go ahead and feel free to fucking send me whatever you want. And I'm gonna be really fucking mean.
That is so meta. Like, it's disgusting that you want someone to kink shame you, you perv. Oh, tell me more.
Exactly. I mean,
it's just an
who
endless
am I to
cycle.
kink shame?
It's like a perpetual motion machine. Gotta figure out how to harness that energy.
Are you doing shrooms?
I'm only on half a bottle of wine. That's all it takes. You guys, never mind.
I've seen some things that I can't unsee, God damn it.
That was the best moment on a podcast I think I've ever heard. Hey, do you guys... Never mind.
You guys remember that one time that we were talking about that thing? That was awesome.
Do you guys cough and accidentally go number 2 at the same time every once in a while? Is that what you're going to ask?
So, if you're not supposed to jiggle the joystick to the thought of a woman's brassiere, then why do we get a tingling sensation in the purple-headed yogurt slinger? Well, it's intended specifically for making babies using what's called the missionary position, and only with your wife. Now, unlike men, the women don't enjoy the experience. At least mine never does. So you're gonna need plenty of lubricant before you do the deed, cause otherwise you won't be able to get it in. Now you might be saying, Dr. Bobson, get what? In where? Well, brace yourself, kiddo, cause I'm about to tell you something that will knock you out of your seat.
Oh, I have to laugh whenever people are like, "Oh, it's good for you because it's natural," and it's like, sarin is fucking natural. Shit is natural. I mean, like, fucking hell.
Yeah.
You go out and you deep throat a fucking black locust tree and see how long you last.
Is that a racial term?
No. It's like a mesquite tree, but worse.
Oh.
I don't know. Mesquite tree could be a racial term too.
What the fuck, guys?
Oh, cool fact though. Black locust wood, if you put it under a black light, it glows in the fucking dark. Like when you actually have the exposed wood on it. It's some cool shit.
Oh, interesting.
I'm gonna clip out the exposed wood on it.
Exposed wood.
The exposed wood is
That's
amazing.
a better one. You should probably go with that one, Brian.
Definitely take that one.
Exposed wood.
Okay, well, go with that one.
I'm
now.
just gonna put them all in there.
That's fair.
just a fucking chain of exposed wood. I'm going to say that every couple of minutes now.
Can you end this episode with a medley of Wesley's cum noises again?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
cum noises?
Yeah.
He hasn't heard that episode yet. It's going live.
It's more of a tired grunt, really.
It's more of a tired grunt. That's information I never needed.
Did you visualize that?
It's the last push he has left in him. And he just falls over.
I feel like you fucking sounds a lot like taking like a wet washcloth and just whacking it against the side of your house.
Oh my hell.
You know what I mean? Like, just slow and steady, just whack, whack, whack.
But there's a lot of oomph behind it, you know?
Somebody beating an old rug with a broom.
Hey, it's your father. It's Mace's father. It's Mace's father, Jackson Callan. And let me say, I fucked Wes before. And when Wes fucks me, right in my asshole, it feels like a freight train. It feels like a freight train coming into the station.
Freight train!
Oh, absolutely. Just that engorged mass of blood and cells in his penis just coming into my station.
Sean, would you like to yell freight train?
Would I like to yell it?
Yeah.
Would you like an accent?
Any that you please. I don't care. Yes to the accent, but I don't care which one.
Freight train.
It's the best freight train we've ever had on here.
Oh, fuck.
I'm glad to be included in your memes.
Oh. Now, remember what I said about the missionary position? You'd better stick to it, because anything else can lead you over the wall into the pit of perversions. Satan likes to work his dark tricks on men who open up their minds to him. Next thing you know, you could be experimenting with something called kinks.
I don't care what you guys say. I liked that joke.
Boo!
The only cure for the pain in Tim's head is more cowbell.
Oh my god.
Wesley could probably get a hold of a cowbell real quick. Probably got quite a few of them laying around.
I put one on my wife. It lets
What
me
the
know where
fuck?
she is. She wears little cowbells as earrings.
So I take it back. It's not just Winnie the Pooh that's wild in.
See, out of the two of you, I would have had that reversed.
Actually, Wesley, that's an interesting thing you just mentioned, because I was looking up Moo Play, which is a subreddit on Reddit. Where it's a bunch of people who talk about dressing up as a cow for foreplay or acting as a cow for foreplay during sex, and so I just thought it was an interesting subreddit you all should go check out.
Bitch, I'm a cow. Bitch, I'm a cow.
I'm gonna pass. Hard pass.
Wesley, don't fucking lie. Dude, we all know that you are silently entering it into your keyboard. That's why it's not mechanical. I think I heard a zip in the background. That was definitely a zip. Wesley, don't fucking lie. You just went to that subreddit right fucking now, didn't you? But about to tug the old pud or what?
On air?
Oh, we've figured you out.
That should be Patreon exclusive.
What the fuck?
Oh shit!
Just a lot of grunting. Just. I feel like there might be a coughing fit in between, like the middle of it, like your lungs just stop working for a second.
The laughing. Oh man!
Also, sometimes on reddit.com/r/mooplay, they upload videos of cows, banging. So I mean, I think.
Oh, the cows are banging other cows.
Yeah, they upload videos of cows banging all the time.
So, when will this all happen? Well, remember when I said your body will undergo some changes? That's usually the first sign. Although, truth be told, sometimes the body doesn't undergo the proper changes, and some young men end up looking and sounding like what's called a lesbian.
Well, at least I know.
That's fair. But this isn't a CLC thing. This is like more between us.
Oh, interesting. Including Calvin?
Yeah, I guess Calvin's here.
Next to him, and the band her still today.
Wesley?
Yes, sir.
What would you be like as a woman?
Well, I think the thing is, I'd be an ugly
His hair
woman.
would be 2 inches longer, and he'd take his glasses off.
And he would be in love with other women.
I don't know about that. I don't know. Like, would I be straight
Wesley,
or would I be?
Do we agree that Wesley's basically a fat Rachel Maddow?
Horny. Oh, me so horny. Oh, me so horny. Me love you long time.
Man, you're clueless, Brian.
Me so horny.
He really is. Wow.
Me so horny. Me love you long time.
Is she a lesbian?
Yeah, but
Yeah, she is. I think she is.
would I be an angry woman? Like that's my fear.
Is there any other type?
This podcast is sponsored by Third Wave Feminism.
And we've just lost our sponsorship.
I think I would try and be like a really domestic woman. Like I definitely wouldn't land a handsome husband. But I take care of kids well and learn how to bake, stuff like that. I feel like I would be content in that.
When I knew I should.
A domestic
What about you
woman? Do you
guys?
mean just woman? Do you just mean a woman who lives at home, or woman who gets domestically abused? Or
For whatever that
You take it so dark, Alex.
it's not.
Just a homemaker. Like she makes bread and yeah.
In some of these pictures where she's got the big frame glasses on, Rachel Maddow looks like a combination of Tom Cruise and Dana Carvey.
Yeah.
And so I wake in the morning and I
But dude, honestly, if Rachel Maddow grew out her hair and like I don't know,
You'd tap that?
maybe.
What's going on?
There are like some photos of like her from college or whatever, where she was pretty. She
Let me
had
look at
long
those
hair.
photos from college. Wait, I gotta look at these photos.
Just look up young Rachel Maddow.
Young
So,
Rachel.
Brian, if you were a woman, what do you think you'd be like?
Do I get to have hair?
Yes.
Whew, boy.
Damn.
Young Rachel.
Was she pretty?
Well,
I was.
You wouldn't.
Neck was a little bit long, but not bad.
I was gonna say you wouldn't care, Wesley, but then I realized she actually was blonde. So.
Oh no.
Oh, here's
She's
a picture.
still probably really liberal.
Here's a picture where she looks like John Lee.
They probably have similar voice too.
Damn, she does have a long neck.
Oh my god.
This is great radio.
As we all stare at a picture.
Life is hard for a young man trying to walk the path of righteousness. You may find that the other kids tease you and pick on you, all because you've never dipped the old tallywhacker into the watering hole. But stand strong, young soldier, hold your ground. If people try to make fun of you, try diverting the conversation to other topics, such as funny foods.
You coming at me with my Jufro, and you attacking my appearance, and you ain't even really have sex yet, have you? Huh? You barely inserted the tip.
Oh man.
You haven't even touched a girl's shoulder yet.
Oh,
You
damn.
haven't even touched. You haven't even purpled the nurple.
You haven't even put your balls in a girl's asshole.
You haven't even mastered the 5-point hand whatever hover technique. What are we calling it?
The 5-point open palm technique.
Open palm, yes.
Oh, okay. I haven't heard that one.
Wesley, have you ever eaten ass before?
Lord, no.
Of course he has, dude. You've had to deliver cows before.
Well, not a human one. Let's say that. Human, no.
Wesley's eaten every part of the cow. Wesley, have you ever had Rocky Mountain oysters?
Oh, yeah. You're damn right.
Hey, calm down.
On the half shell, or were they cooked?
Both. I've had both.
Straight
Although
from
not
the
like
stroke.
on ice, just like, fresh.
When I had them, it was like they didn't tell me what they were until after, and then I did the whole like, ew, give me another bite.
Yes. That the word cowabunga comes from the noise that you would make after eating a cow's bunghole?
No shit.
The stoned hippie said it, yeah.
Cowabunga!
I have a
Cowabunga, man.
And if they call you different, just because you point out which celebrities dress like whores, try teaching your friends about your religious beliefs. That will make them realize you're actually a real intellectual, and they won't want to contend with you.
Can I just say that Jew that broke up with the Latin whore is so bad on SNL? Oh my hell!
Who are you talking
I don't think
about?
Pete Davidson is Jewish.
Whoa,
No,
did you just
no,
call-
he's
whoa,
Jewish.
whoa. Did you just call Ariana Grande a whore?
She dresses like one.
Oh my god, dude! I'm gonna have to, you know what? I'm gonna curse the name of Brigham Young right now. That's what I'm doing.
Oh,
all right. You come at my queen. I'm gonna come at your whatever god or whatever. All right?
Brigham Young and Ariana Grande aren't even the same kind of creature, okay?
They're actually the same person, the same spirit. He was reincarnated as Ariana Grande.
Oh my hell. Don't put that evil on me.
Yeah. I heard.
Yeah, it must
actually,
have really hurt you when Ariana or when Brigham Young announced that Pete Davidson had a 10-inch dick.
I actually read a report that said Brigham Young wasn't real. So, I mean, based on that,
No, he definitely was, dude. What are you talking about?
There's photographs of him.
Was Brigham Young like that Bigfoot that congressman drew.
The
only thing I know
Sarah
what
Palin could definitely see him from her backyard.
the only thing I actually know about Brigham
That's
Young
an
is
interesting
that
point, though. Do you think that Brigham Young fanfic exists?
Oh, 100%. Absolutely. It absolutely exists. And it's between Brigham Young and fucking Joseph Smith, and they're getting busy.
Oh, Lord.
We'll have to get a hold of that and read it on the podcast.
Oh, I feel so dirty now. Oh my hell. Ugh.
the only thing that I actually know about Brigham Young is that that's what BYU is named after, but I don't actually know what the fuck Brigham Young is.
He's the second prophet of Mormonism, right?
Yeah.
Like after Joseph Smith passed, after Joseph Smith was brutally murdered.
Thank you. And yes, so Joseph and Hiram were the two leaders of the church. And then they were in jail. I love that episode. Yeah, so they were murdered, and then Brigham was the apparent successor, and he's the one that led the people westward. So a lot of people call him like the Mormon.
Wait. Is he basically just like a Mormon ripoff of Moses?
Yeah, like people call him
person.
like the Mormon Moses. Yeah.
He parted the Salt Lake.
Yeah. So that's it. And
Let
he
my
was
lives go.
But even from a non-religious point of view, he was a pretty smart guy, just in how he kind of was the architect of a lot of the development in the area in Utah, Arizona, Idaho. Like he was big into planning cities, which is something I'm getting into the weeds, but anyway.
Did we get here from Pete Davidson?
Pete Davidson. That's how we got here. Because you decided to curse him because he called Ariana Grande a whore. I didn't say it.
Yeah.
Facts.
So
We started this
insulted
segment with a
something-
Gillette commercial.
I insulted something sacred to him, and he insulted something sacred to me.
Do you guys know how much better this is without Brian? Like, we thought that we couldn't do this without Brian. We absolutely fucking can. This is great. We just need to bring in more politics.
Well, but this is.
Listen to the last episode without Brian.
Well,
what are you
see,
talking
the
about?
last
That one
episode
doesn't
that we
exist, right? They're all
So
episodes
you're-
without Brian, because fuck Brian.
Okay, well, that's all for today's chapter. Next time we'll be talking about some of the other perversions I mentioned, such as homosexuality and Judaism. We'll see you then.